Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Feist. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how to create an annotated bibliography in case you needed to go back and use this as a reference as you go through the process. So you were given the following handout in class the other day, and this is an explanation that's definitely worth taking your time reading over. What I'm planning on doing is talking to you a little bit more about what this looks like. So an annotated bibliography, to go to the root of its purpose, is to say, all right, these are my sources and these are why they're valid. And so for you, the sources that you've been gathering, of course you should by this point have been going through and evaluating them before you even print them out or bookmark them. But from there, what your goal is to persuade your peers that first, the topic that you and your partner chose is indeed a problem or an issue that is worth exploring and that they should care about. And you should also be looking for possible solutions to try to get your peers, which is your audience, involved and caring about what it is that you're researching. So an annotated bibliography is actually an academic format that is used by people in high school and college and grad school and beyond to say these are the sources that I'm using and this is why they're valid. So I showed you here, this is actually, I have a key here that I'm going to use in a second, but this is an annotated bibliography sample from a student last year, and his topic was on the use of Photoshop in advertising and seeing that as an issue that people needed to be aware of for body image related issues. So what he has here, you'll notice this is actually a whole entry and then this beginning of a second one. And there's a couple elements I want to point out. First, there is a actual citation, which I think by this point most of you have created an MLA citation, which as a reminder stands for the Modern Language Association, and this is the standard that we use to say this is what the source is. And if you go through, once you use these a lot, you can read it almost like a text in itself. This is the name of the author. This is the name of the article title. Okay, this is the source. This is the sponsoring organization. This is the day that it was published, the medium, and lastly the day that it was retrieved. So basically, if you found the article today, then it should have today's date. Okay, and then the second part of this is an explanation as to why this source is a credible source, and then how you think you're going to be able to use it for your persuasive argument. So let's start with the first part, the citation. Of course, you can just go through this, and there's a lot of resources out there to help you even write this by hand if you wanted. A source that I really like to use, and there's a couple, one of which is called EasyBib. And if you go to the site, what's kind of nice if you decide to use this, I really recommend that you actually create an account, just because it will save all of your citations and you can work on it at school or at home. So you could even use your Sycamore email address, which I'm going to do. Log me in, and I think the best way is to create a project. Now I've created a few different sample ones in the past. So I have this one that's called Texting and Driving, and right now it's going to be blank. And so let's say I found this article on texting and driving that I think is going to be really useful. And I've already done my CARS checklist and seen, okay, this is a credible source. It's actually from the Federal Communications Commission website, so I know that this is a valid source. And I actually found something off of that when I scrolled down. There was this document that had basically this website in a more condensed form. So I'm going to look at that. That's what I'm really digging into here. So for EasyBib, there